All right, future CPAs, let's talk about a topic that is absolutely crucial for your board exams, corporate restructuring. This is one of those areas where the details really matter, and we're going to make sure you have them locked in tight.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start by breaking down the different types of corporate get-togethers, then walk through the whole approval process, and even cover what happens when a shareholder isn't happy about it. By the end, you'll have this down cold, plus a killer cheat sheet for your review.
Okay, let's dive right in. You know, the easiest way to wrap your head around the difference between a merger and a consolidation, just think of it like a wedding. It really all boils down to who's left standing after the I-dos.
So here's the crucial point, right? In a merger, one company basically absorbs the other one. Think of it as a takeover. Beta Inc. is just gone. But in a consolidation, it's different. Both companies, Alpha and Beta, disappear to create a totally brand new company, Charlie Corp, a whole new family name.
So to put it a bit more formally, a merger leaves one company standing. But that company is now way bigger because it's taken on all the assets, and, this is important, all the liabilities of the company that got dissolved. It takes the good with the bad.
Consolidation, though, that means a totally fresh start. The original companies are just gone, extinguished. And in their place, a single, new corporation rises up, inheriting everything they both owned and everything they both owed.
Okay, so you've picked the type of wedding. Now it's time to make it official. And this isn't just a handshake deal, believe me. We need to get the blessing of the families, the stockholders, and there's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, how does this actually become a real legally binding thing? Well, it's not as simple as just saying, I do. There's a super strict legal process you have to follow, and it's all designed to protect everyone involved, especially the actual owners of the company, the stockholders.
It's basically a three-step dance. First, the leadership, the board of directors, has to agree on a plan. Then, that plan goes to the owners, the stockholders, for a vote. And only if they give the thumbs up does it go to the government, the SEC, for that final stamp of approval.
Now, this is something you absolutely have to burn into your brain. The vote requirement? It's not a simple majority. You need a supermajority of 2/3. Seriously, circle this, highlight it, tattoo it on your brain. 2/3. This is a classic exam question for sure. And these articles of merger, just think of them as the official marriage contract. And it has to be crazy detailed. It's got the plan, the exact vote count, and, here's the key part for us future accountants, the nitty-gritty financial details, like asset values and the accounting methods. The SEC wants to see everything.
So what happens the second the SEC issues that certificate? What are the legal consequences? Well, it's a complete and total transformation. Everything changes in an instant.
This is where the magic happens. The old companies literally cease to exist, and the new, surviving corporation inherits the whole shebang. The good, the bad, and the ugly. All the assets, all the debt, and yep, even any pending lawsuits. Their entire corporate DNA gets absorbed.
Now, all this sounds great for the 2/3 majority who voted yes. But what if you're a stockholder who voted no? Do you just have to suck it up and go along for the ride? Well, not exactly.
So what happens when a stockholder stands up and objects to this whole corporate marriage? The law actually gives them a really powerful tool. It's called the appraisal right. And you can think of it as your own personal exit strategy.
The appraisal right is basically the stockholder saying, you know what, I don't like this deal. I'm out. Pay me the fair value for my shares and I'll be on my way. It's kind of like the disapproving relative who demands to be bought out of the family business.
But, and this is a big but, you can't just use this right for any little disagreement. The law is super specific. It's only for major, fundamental changes that totally alter your investment, like a merger, selling off pretty much the entire company, or changing the rules to limit your rights.
And the procedure for this? Oh, it is strict. You have to follow the steps perfectly. First, you must have actually voted no. You can't just be unhappy later. Second, you have to send a formal written demand. And third, and this is another exam hotspot, you only have 30 days to do it from the date of the vote. Miss any of these steps and your right is gone. Poof.
All right, deep breath. We just covered a ton of ground. So now let's consolidate everything into a single powerhouse review slide. This is your study hack. Get those screenshot fingers ready.
This table right here is pure gold. Merger means a survivor. Consolidation means a new creation. The vote? 2/3. Don't you forget it. Appraisal right? Only for the big stuff. And the procedure?
Vote no, send a written demand, and watch that 30-day clock. You master these 5 points, and you have absolutely mastered this topic for the LECPA.
So, as you review, chew on this question. It tests that core concept of legal succession we talked about, the whole aftermath thing. The answer is right there in the rules. Nailing this means you really get it. Thanks for jumping into this explainer with me.